All right, here we go with the last video. I'm going to do a couple word problems and then let you try one on your own. So, everybody's favorite, I know. So, Seth is hoping to buy a car on his own by the time he turns 17. He currently has some money set aside for the car, but it is not enough. He gets a job where he gets paid per task completed. After completing 11 tasks, he finds that he has $1,241 saved. Later in the month, Seth completed his 18th task and he now has $1,717 saved. What is the slope and what does it mean? How much did Seth have saved before he found his current job? Seth wants a car that costs $3,500. How many tasks must he complete to have enough money? All right, so this is all looking at slope, obviously. Number one is what is slope and what does it mean in this problem? And then how much did he have saved before he found the job? Hopefully you understand that that's the y-intercept. So we need to find the y-intercept in this situation. Okay. And then we're going to use the equation to answer a question. Okay. So let's take a look at it here. So the two things I gave you was after 11 tasks, which is X for this problem, he had $1,241 saved. Okay. After his 18th task, he had 1,717. All right. So we did this in the last video. They're just different numbers, and these numbers have context. So it's y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Okay. Hopefully you have your calculator handy. 1717 minus 1241 is $476. So he's earned $476 between the two times he counted. 18 minus 11 is 7. So if I divide those two, I get 68, or 68 over 1, which seems like a weird slope, but it is the slope. Okay, so the slope here is 68. What does it mean? That's the more important part here. By the way, I'm coming down here. What does it mean? By the way, on this one, if you don't type it exactly the way I have it, it's going to count it wrong. So I don't remember what I made the answer here, but I think it's something like this. It's 68 what? Well, the label on 1241 and 1717 is dollars, right? How much money he has. So it's money saved or earned, I guess. $68 earned per, well, 18 and 11 are the number of tasks. It's something like that. Hey, I got it. It's money earned per task. All right. That's what the slope means in this problem. Okay. Go ahead and clear all that out of there. So we've got M is 68. Number 21, how much did Seth have saved before he found his current job? Well, I could do y equals mx plus b, which I think is what I'm going to do here. I'm going to use the first point, 11 and 1241. I could use the other one as well, but I'm going to use this one. So y is 1241. M we found in the last problem was 68. X was 11 or is 11, and B is unknown. So basically what this means is he had 1241 saved after completing 11 tasks at $68 per task. Well, how much did he earn from the tasks? Well, 68 times 11 would tell me that. It's $748 from the tasks. Well, that means the difference is how much money he already had saved up. So I'm just going to do 1241 minus 748. And I get 493 for B. Okay, let's see if that's right. $493. And yep, we're good. Now we got to use that. So basically what I want you to see is that we have an equation now. That equation is y equals 68x plus 493. He needs $3,500 for this car if he's going to pay it in cash, which he's trying to do. So that's a y value. It's not an x value, it's a y value. I'm going to put that in for y. Okay. Well, the 68x represents how much money he's earning from the tasks. The 493 is how much he started with. So I'm going to subtract the 493. So 3,500 minus 493 is $3,007. He needs to get $3,007 from the tasks. So I'm going to divide by 68, telling me how many tasks I would have to complete. This is not going to divide nicely, and it doesn't. It says 44.2205, blah, 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 blah. Okay. Well, he can't complete just a little bit of a task and hope to get paid for it. So if you round that down, like it says, like to 44, keep it at 44, um, he wouldn't have enough money. He'd come up just short. So you actually have to round this one up in this case because he would need to do that 45th task to make the money. Oops, put it in the wrong box. 45 tasks. And there we go. Okay. I'm going to do one more of the word problems. And I'm going to leave one alone and let you play with it. Okay. Um, it says the next two sets. I'm going to do one more and you can help the video to help you for the last one. Okay. So actually, you know what? I'm going to let you do that one. And I'm going to do the last one. A brand new candle is lit and burns at a steady rate. Taylor measures the length of the candle after 4 hours of burning and finds the candle to be 12 inches long. Taylor comes back 7 hours after the initial lighting of the candle and finds the candle is now 9.75 inches. Okay, very similar to the last problem in that I gave you 2 points. 4 hours, it was 12 inches long. After 7 hours, it was 9.75 inches long. Okay, what is the slope? Well, y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So basically what it's saying is Taylor had 3 hours pass between his checking, the times he checked it. In that time, it went down, whatever 9.75 minus 12 is. It's negative 2.25, went down 2.25 inches over 3 hours. Well, how much did it go down per hour then? Divide by 3, it's negative 0.75. So negative 0. Not 9, 0. Okay, 0.75. Okay, that's the slope. What does it mean? I gave you multiple choice here. Um, so hopefully understand that slope is something per something, so it can't be the second one. Okay, the candle's length based on the number of hours it burns. That's a true statement, but it's not the slope. The slope is how much the candle burns. So it's going down 3/4 of an inch per hour. That's what the slope is. Okay. How long was the candle when it was first lit? When it was first lit, it hadn't been burning for any hours, so 0 hours. That's the y-intercept. We need to find the y-intercept. On the last one, I did y equals mx plus b. I'm going to do y minus the point slope form on this one, and I'm going to use the easier point of 412. Y value is 12. Slope we said was negative 0.75, and x value is 4. All right, so y minus 12 equals negative 0.75x. And negative times negative is positive, and that will give me positive 3. And then plus 12. And as expected, hopefully expected, you see that the y-intercept is bigger than when we first measured it, which should make sense. If it was shorter than when we first measured it, the candle's not going to get bigger when you're burning it. So it was 15 inches. Okay. Last one, assuming the candle continues to burn at a steady rate, how many hours can this candle burn? Okay. Basically, what you need to see is that your length of candle, the lowest it can be is 0. So I'm going to put 0 in for y and see If it keeps burning at 0.75 inches per hour, how long will it burn? So subtract 15. I get negative 15 divided by negative 0.75. If you divide those, you should get 20. Okay, so you would say 20 what? 20 hours. So it can burn for 20 hours. Okay, and that should be enough to let you try numbers 23 through 26. Message me with questions, but we still are having our quiz tomorrow. Good luck.